My name is Tom Perkins, and I am the board chair. I will be conducting the annual meeting, and I now call this meeting to order. We need 15 members present for a quorum, and I see that we have more than met the requirement. The Atlantic bylaws require an annual meeting of the membership to provide you, the members, an opportunity to connect with the board and leadership. We receive an overview of the prior year's financial performance, as well as a forward look of proposed activities in the Atlantic strategic plan. Today's meeting is scheduled for approximately 30 minutes. Today's meeting is being recorded and will be available on the Atlantic website for members not able to attend. The agenda for the meeting will include a roll call, election of board members presented by the nominating committee, and then a business meeting with a report from the supervisory committee, my remarks, a performance review from the Atlantic's CEO and President Scott Cretion, and an update from our Vice President of Member Experience on how we continue to enhance the way members can do business with us. As a reminder, the Atlantic financial details can be found in the Atlantic Annual Report. The link to the report is in the email confirmation for this meeting. Board Secretary Jim McKay has deferred the roll call to Vice Chair Lisa LeBay. Lisa, can you please start with the roll call?
For the Atlantic Supervisory Committee in attendance today, Rob Glenn, Chair of the Supervisory Committee, Ethan Minton, Secretary, Michael Cooksma, attending virtually. The following Atlantic board members are present: Tom Perkins, Chair, Jim McKay, Secretary Treasurer, Howard Dupie, Director, Larry Littlefield, Director, Todd Alexander, Director, and I am Lisa LeBay, Vice Chair.
Thank you, Lisa. I'd like to have each board member introduce themselves to the members and say a few words.
As stated, my name is Lisa LeBay. I've been a Maine Credit Union member for my entire life and a member of Atlantic Federal Credit Union for 34 years. I have had the honor and privilege of serving as a member of the Atlantic Federal Credit Union's Board of Directors for 7 years. In March, I attended the Governmental Affairs Conference in Washington, D.C. It was a wonderful learning opportunity. While there, we had an opportunity to meet with some of the important vendors Atlantic partners with to provide you, our members, with the most convenient tools to help you manage your money and do better. A highlight of the trip was meeting with our Maine senators, Angus King and Susan Collins, and Representative Shelley Pingree. Each shared examples of the work they are doing that benefits the people of Maine. They thanked the contingency of credit union representatives for meeting with them and providing important input on issues they need to best represent Maine credit union members.
Hello, I'm Jim McKay. I am the board secretary and treasurer. I have been a volunteer for 14 years, with most of that time on the board and a couple years on the supervisory committee. I'm proud to have retired as chief financial officer of York County Federal Credit Union over 20 years ago. In addition to serving on the Atlantic board, I helped to oversee the Hollis Food Pantry with other community members. Food security remains a never-ending need in my community of Hollis. I appreciate the significant commitment that Atlantic makes to support the campaign to ending hunger in Maine.
Welcome, members and friends. I'm Howard Dupie. I've been a member of the credit union for over 30 years, had the privilege to serve as 1 year on the supervisory committee and 12 years as a board member. In addition, I also serve on the board of the newly formed Atlantic Federal Credit Union Foundation, which has been a very rewarding experience. This past year, worked with local nonprofit community-based organizations in our membership area to reduce food insecurity, promote personal financial wellness, and generally support local organizations based primarily on staff recommendations help them to pursue their goals. I'm a strong believer in the credit union's principles and believe that Atlantic is doing an outstanding job as a leader in its field. Thank you.
Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Larry Littlefield. I retired in 2010 after 41 years in public education, having served my last 20 years as superintendent of schools. I've been a part of the Atlantic Board of Directors and Supervisory Committee over the past 13 years, and at one point served as board chair for 3 years. My wife, Christine, and I have been married for 55 years. We have 2 children, 7 grandchildren. And in a continuing effort to stay informed and to provide the best possible member services, we want you to know that your board of directors attended the 2023 annual Maine Credit Union League Volunteer Conference. Excellent speakers at this conference focused on board duties, authority, and risks. Financial services are the most highly regulated industry and are much more complex than just a few years ago. But you can rest assured that this board of directors takes their responsibilities very seriously and strives to provide the best possible member services for you.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Todd Alexander. For the past 23 years, my wife Catherine and I have lived in Portland, where we've raised our 3 daughters. I've been working in the affordable housing real estate development arena for the past 20 years. Unfortunately, most of my project work is outside of Maine, but more recently have been involved in doing affordable home ownership projects here in Portland, and hope to continue to do that. I joined the Atlantic Board just last year, right about this time in 2023, and have thoroughly enjoyed learning about the credit union and meeting a lot of its members. Thank you.
Director John Anagnostis is not able to be with us for this meeting. I would just like to take a minute to read his biography as he presented it to us. John has been on the board of directors at Atlantic for 9 years. He says, I have been blessed with being a part of Maine all my life. I grew up in Saco and today live in Topsom. I believe in a sense of community personally as an educator of 39 years and as a member of Atlantic. I have been part of credit unions as a member and part of the board for over 5 decades. And know credit unions play a very important part in supporting their communities. For the past 6 years, I have been honored to be a part of the Atlantic College Scholarship Committee. These scholarships aid in assisting with some costs as students enter college life. As of 2024, we have awarded over $100,000 to high school seniors. I am so happy to be a part of Atlantic and look forward to many years to come. And those were in John's words. And I am Tom Perkins, board chair. I live in Sanford with Terry, my wife, for 47 years. Before becoming a director of Atlantic Federal Credit Union, I served on the board of York County Federal Credit Union, joining in 1994, and I'm now completing my 30th year as a credit union volunteer. Prior to retiring a few years ago, my work career was spent with McDonald's, and then with McDonald's largest worldwide distributor, adding up to 47 years. I've also served on the board of the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Maine and continued to be involved in some of their larger fundraising events. It's a privilege to serve alongside the directors who spoke before me and with the volunteers on the supervisory committee. Our role as a volunteer team assists the leaders and staff of Atlantic in continuing to position your credit union as a thriving and leading organization in the League of Maine Credit Unions for you, our members. I will now call on board member Howard Dupie for the nominating committee report and results of the election.
Thank you, Tom. This year's nominating committee consists of Lisa LeVay, Jim McKay, and myself. We were tasked to fill the expiring positions currently held by Tom Perkins, Larry Littlefield, and John Anagnostis. In the September 2023 end of the month statement sent to all Atlantic Federal Credit Union members, there was an announcement that opened nominations from the membership for interested applicants and were to solicit signatures from 1% of the membership, a statement of qualification, and a biography. There were no nominations from the membership, and after reviewing the service of existing board members, we, the nominating committee, submitted Tom Perkins, Larry Littlefield, and John Anagnostis to continue their roles. All have indicated a willingness to continue to serve a 3-year term. We thank them for their willingness to serve our members. And I would also like to thank Lisa and Jim for their support in this process. Thank you. Oh, I forgot.
As secretary, I move to cast one ballot for
You
each
got it.
Tom Perkins, Larry Littlefield, and John Agnostin to serve a 3-year term.
Thank you, Jim.
I second the motion.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you very much. And now for the business meeting. I now welcome the report from the Supervisory Committee and Committee Chair Rob Glenn.
Thank you, Tom. As a Supervisory Committee Chair, it is my pleasure to provide this year's report. 2023 was a very busy and successful year for the Supervisory Committee. That is also true for the safety and soundness reviews conducted. Auditors from Whipfleet, a public accounting firm, conducted an annual financial statement audit of our credit union as of December 31st, 2023. The audit was accomplished based on generally accepted auditing standards for credit unions as prescribed by the National Credit Union Administration. The audit includes tests of the accounting records and audit procedures considered necessary for the period under review, and no material weaknesses were noted. The Supervisory Committee is a volunteer group of members whose responsibility is to ensure all required financial reporting activities are met and to establish and maintain practices and procedures sufficient to safeguard member assets. The committee has met monthly with the credit union's internal audit department and has reviewed and been focused on the execution and review of internal audits conducted by Whipfleet, our own internal audits conducted by Kathy Simino, Director of Internal Audit, and an audit of Atlantic's IT and security by Tyler Technologies and Trusted Sec. Overall, I'm pleased to report the audits and information the committee has reviewed continues to demonstrate Atlantic Federal Credit Union is well run and in sound financial position. I would like to thank the Supervisory Committee for their commitment and dedication to safeguarding the assets of our credit union during the past year. I would also like to welcome our newest member to the committee, Diane Nichols.
Thank you, Rob. The Atlantic Board agrees with your assessment. And now for the business meeting. Each of you received a link in your email with a recap of the 2023 meeting for your review. We will suspend the reading of the minutes of the 2023 annual meeting. If there are questions during the meeting, you will see an icon on your Teams meeting screen. The view may be different depending on if you are on a desktop, mobile, or a tablet. If you click on the icon and enter your question, we will provide answers in a follow-up email to you. This is our 83rd annual meeting. It bears repeating every year. The fundamental role of the board is to ensure our credit union maintains its sound financial condition. We are here to protect your deposits. We are the voice of our members, and we report to you. As board chair, I think the annual meeting is always a good time to remind members of the purpose of the board of directors. As a not-for-profit, Atlantic does not answer to shareholders. The Atlantic CEO reports to the board, and the board represents you, our members. Every year, our group of volunteers remains dedicated to ensuring the safety and soundness of your credit union. We prioritize the implementation and adherence to credit union policies while monitoring its financial well-being, all while helping to guide the Atlantic management to offer products and services that will help empower our members on their path to financial success. Our meetings are monthly with a strong focus on understanding the operational direction of Atlantic and a healthy dose of ongoing education crucial to the integrity and security of our operations. Annually, the board undergoes training on the topics of cybersecurity and the Bank Secrecy Act. While the board does not directly combat threats regarding cybersecurity, awareness and preparedness are key. Atlantic has a robust incident response plan to effectively safeguard our integrity and security. The Bank Secrecy Act training allows the board to understand the potential for financial crimes. Atlantic has strong systems in place for staff to report any suspicious activities, and monthly reports are prepared by our BSA officer to maintain utmost vigilance. The National Credit Union Administration mandates the annual review and approval of our bond coverage to safeguard member assets. A credit union bond is vital for protecting against fraudulent activities and serves as insurance for financial losses. Our insurer, TrueStage, presented the board with cost and coverage details. Credit union asset liability management training, also known as ALM, is a vital component of our ongoing board education, focusing on the crucial task of aligning assets and liabilities to maintain financial stability. Through educational sessions and expert insights from Darling Consulting Group, we gain insights into strategies for mitigating risks associated with changes in market conditions, ensuring preparedness to maintain financial health in various scenarios. Your board has been well informed about the potential impact of the unprecedented rapid rate hikes by the U.S. Federal Reserve over the past 2 years. In 2023, several directors took part in various education events at the Maine Credit Union League Convention and the Maine Credit Union League Volunteer Conference. The Maine Credit Union League Volunteer Conference addressed topics such as fiduciary duty, compliance risk, and economic conditions, while the convention focused on shared leadership, financial well-being, and upcoming challenges posed by the pace of change in the financial industry. Every year, Atlantic board members have an opportunity to participate in the Credit Union National Association's Governmental Affairs Conference, or GAC, to spend time with our main legislative leaders. It is uplifting to hear Senators King and Collins and Representatives Pingree and Golden speak to us about the impact we make by being in Washington, D.C., to show that we care about our members and the positive impact we have on our communities. Each of them reminds us that they are impressed with our Maine presence and appreciate that we share our thoughts with them. We are advocates for the credit union mission, and it is important for our voice to be heard and try to influence their responses to legislation that affects our ability to help our members. Focusing on the soundness of your credit union, I would be remiss if I didn't touch on the most crucial part of Atlantic, its people. The topics of the annual board retreat in September surrounded Atlantic's culture, succession planning, and leadership development. This is crucial for credit unions, and particularly for Atlantic, ensuring a bright future aligned with our mission to help people do better and our vision to grow, remain local, be relevant, and deliver fast, easy, accurate, and convenient financial services. These areas are regularly discussed in board meetings throughout the year, with updates included in the President's report. Experience, education, and good strategic planning. These are the characteristics that represent your Atlantic board. Now, I would like to introduce Atlantic President and Chief Executive Officer Scott Cretion to provide his report.
Thank you, Tom. The annual report sent to you in the email with your meeting link includes the financials for 2023. I want to take a moment and touch on a few of our financial highlights from the year. We have had steady membership growth, as well as steady growth in traffic in our newest branch in Westbrook. Over the past year, we have increased our assets by $96 million, which is just over 9% growth from 2022 to 2023. This growth can be attributed to our strategic focus on deposits, a testament to our members' trust and confidence in our institution. We continue to focus on investments in technology. In 2023, we updated our phone system, video banking platform, and recently added chat to our website. Video tellers which you can access by tapping Talk to Teller on our ATMs, are now installed at all of our branches. These tellers are available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and open for business on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon. We understand the importance of convenience and want to make your experience with Atlantic fast and easy. Here's a quick review of the numbers from 2023. The total assets of Atlantic Federal Credit Union ended the year at $1.1 billion. Our deposit growth was 3.3%, which translates into total deposits of $924 million. Loan growth increased by 2%, or $14.7 million in net new loan growth. Consumer, mortgage, and commercial all contributed to our lending growth. A couple of items not included in the financials, but that are worth mentioning to you. Total dividends paid to Atlantic members exceeded $12 million. That includes Atlantic's CASASA members sharing cash rewards of over $3.6 million. Our net worth ratio is 9.73%, and based on NCUA classification, we are considered a well-capitalized credit union. On page 7 in the annual report, you will see a certificate of excellence from the Americas Credit Union Organization, highlighting how Atlantic, when compared to banks, provides $16.8 million in direct financial benefit to our members. The recognition is about charging fees less for loans, paying more on deposits, and having fewer and lower fees for our members. Our mission extends beyond financial transactions. Atlantic staff donated 1,300 hours through various volunteer opportunities, such as financial fitness fairs in high schools, coordinating dinners at Ronald McDonald House Charities, and helping at local food pantries. In 2023, the Atlantic Foundation was able to provide a total of $211,000 to over 100 organizations. Partnerships with organizations like the York County Community Action Corporation and Prosperity Maine underscores our dedication to empowering individuals to make informed financial decisions. By sponsoring initiatives like the Maine Farmers Market Harvest Bucks program and supporting causes like Habitat for Humanity, we are actively contributing to the well-being and prosperity of our communities. Our efforts to combat hunger through the Campaign for Ending Hunger in Maine have been nothing short of inspiring. With over $147,000 raised in 2023, we've expanded our outreach to 19 local community food banks, making a tangible impact in reducing food insecurity. I'm an advocate for credit unions and our members. Atlantic is fortunate to have a strong board that also actively participates in advocacy. Our annual attendance at the Governmental Affairs Conference and Hike the Hill in the nation's capital is an opportunity for us to influence policies and regulations affecting the credit union industry and our members. Having direct engagement with our main representatives allows for meaningful dialogue, relationship building, and ultimately provides us the opportunity to share real-life stories about the positive impact of credit unions. As we look ahead to our focus remains on serving and helping more Mainers do better. Tomorrow marks the official groundbreaking of our newest branch located on Payne Road in Scarborough. This strategic location next to the Downs development will enhance accessibility for more Mainers, enabling us to continue our mission of empowering individuals and fostering financial well-being. From the staff in our branches to the 100+ people behind the curtain, I continue to be impressed with our team. Thank you for your time. I'm glad you are a part of Atlantic. I'm glad you chose to join us today. Now I'd like to introduce Jen Ben. Jen is the Vice President of Member Experience at Atlantic, overseeing all of our retail staff. Jen will provide additional insights into our technological upgrades designed to improve your experience with Atlantic.
Thank you, Scott. We believe the Atlantic member experience is focused on 3 things: being fast, being easy, being personable, and also making it as convenient as possible for you. To help you save time, to reduce pain points, we've recently implemented a new communication platform to help us meet the goal to make things easier and faster for our members every day. You're now able, as Scott mentioned, to chat with us live from our website. And that's to ask account questions. That could be talking to a potential member. The great part is that there's no queue. You can talk with somebody instantly. We've already received a lot of terrific feedback. So some members have shared, Brandon called me shortly after I filled out the online application on a Monday, and we were approved and finalized for our loan on Tuesday. Outstanding customer service. Another member shared, no wait time. Everything was done quickly. Someone else said the speed of the process was quick. And chat is actually just one of the new features that we have. We have the ability to seamlessly move between any of our communication channels. So you could start in a chat and move that conversation into a phone call or even into a video conversation, or a phone call can move into a text. There's no need to stop using the web browser or your digital phone and pick up a different phone or call somebody. The continuity of conversations increases convenience and makes it faster for our members. We also have the ability to co-browse and screen share with you, which a lot of members have found really helpful. So we can guide you through digital banking and walk you through what you're doing on our website. The hands-on help has really helped with members to be able to feel more confident and comfortable, and then to self-help the next time. Again, if you need help, the chat, phone, or video are available, all with that same person. So as you're moving through those different channels, you're able to keep talking to the person that you were already communicating with. As Scott shared, our ATMs now do have video teller. It's really easy. All you do is drive up to the ATM and push that talk to teller button. And again, Scott shared they're open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, and then 9 to noon on Saturdays as well. The only difference is that teller is seen at the ATM instead of in the window. Our digital services are all about delivering convenience. The human voice and the human hand are absolutely there to support. So all our staff, whether that's in branch, the contact center, our virtual staff, all help thousands of members every week. Banking can be seen as a chore, something on your to-do list that you have to do. We're really focused on saving you time and trying to make things easier with less effort. Absolutely, your satisfaction is what counts. We want to improve the member experience. One way we do that is by collecting surveys. So we collect surveys from new members after someone's completed a loan, or even an engagement connecting with us via a chat or a video engagement. Thousands of members share their feedback every year. And some of those experiences are not what we want them to be. And that gives you sharing that gives us the opportunity to make those experiences even better for the next time. So if you have an opportunity to take a survey, please do. We want to hear from you. Our digital services, again, they're fast, they're easy, personable, and we sometimes understand that you might want more and need more convenience. So again, it's that human touch of our people that's the hallmark of the Atlantic experience. Frontline staff or back office, we have amazing individuals ready to help and listen, help you do better on your financial journey. Again, my name is Jen Ben, Vice President Member Experience, and at any time, please let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Thank you very much, Jen. This concludes the meeting. As a reminder, if you have a question, you can submit it in the Q&A section. We will respond and send an email to all who have signed to attend the meeting. We will also include a link to the recording of this meeting. Thank you for attending. I now adjourn this 83rd annual meeting of Atlantic Federal Credit Union.